Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to decode the Hindu newspaper. We are going to start the daily news analysis of the Hindu newspaper. So from 1st of Jan 2021, we are going to be regular in the daily news analysis. So this is just a glimpse of how our daily news analysis is going to look like in the upcoming months. So the class PDF will be uploaded on my Telegram channel Simplifying UPSC with Ease. And in every daily news analysis of the Hindu newspaper, we are going to try to analyze the editorials as well, because analyzing the editorials is a must when it comes to your means preparation and interview preparation, right? So we are going to analyze the newspaper editorial as well, and editorials are also very crucial for the CSAT paper, right? The comprehension portion. So we are not going to skip the important editorials. Let's start decoding the newspaper. Now on the first page you will see this particular news that is related to GS paper 3 and prelims also. UK approves Oxford vaccine. So COVID-19 vaccine by Oxford University and AstraZeneca has been approved for emergency supply in the UK, with the first doses being released on Wednesday so that vaccinations may begin early in the new year. The company has said this and released this in a statement. So finally, Oxford University and AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine has been approved by UK, and they are going to start giving away these vaccines, distributing these vaccines from the new year. So here we should first understand what is this vaccine. CHAD OX1 COVID-9. It was jointly developed by British-Swedish company AstraZeneca and University of Oxford, and it has been found to be very safe, and it can also induce immune response in the early stages of clinical trials. So that is why it has been passed by UK. Now one more thing that we need to understand is that in this news it says Indian regulators review application by Serum Institute for emergency use of jab. So over here, what is Serum Institute? This is also very important. So what is Serum Institute? It is world's largest vaccine manufacturer by number of doses produced and sold globally. The vaccines and doses which they have produced also include polio vaccine, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, HIV, BCG-R, hepatitis B, measles, mumps, rubella vaccines. These are the few of the vaccines, to name a few, which have been manufactured and produced by Serum Institute. Now over here you have to understand the vaccine which has been developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca, which has been approved by UK also. Unlike the Pfizer vaccine that needs to be stored at -70 to -80 degrees Celsius, Oxford jab can be stored at 2 to 8 degrees Celsius, right? तो आप ये जो वैक्सीन है ना जो इन्होंने स्टार्ट करी है, इसका नाम है ऑक्सफोर्ड जैब. द वैक्सीन बाय ऑक्सफोर्ड एंड एस्ट्राजेनेका, इट इज ऑक्सफोर्ड जैब. And according to the developers, the vaccine protected against COVID-19 in 62% of those given 2 full doses, and in 90% of those given 1.5 doses. So 62% effectivity has been seen. The vaccine belongs to category called non-replicating viral vector vaccines. This is very important. इस वैक्सीन के बारे में समझना ज़रूरी है क्योंकि इसकी कैटेगरी क्या है. देयर आर डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज ऑफ वैक्सीन्स, ठीक है, अलग अलग कैटेगरीज होती है. ओवर हियर यू कैन सी इन activated, non-replicating viral vector, protein, subunit, RNA, DNA. This vaccine, Oxford jab, it falls under the non-replicating viral vector category. Okay, now this vaccine is made from a genetically engineered virus that causes the common cold in chimpanzees, and scientists did this by transferring the genetic instructions of the coronavirus spike protein, the crucial tool it uses to invade human cells, to the vaccine. And this was done so that the vaccine resembles the coronavirus and immune system can learn how to attack this vaccine. Okay, that is why this was done. So this is very important. They are replicating the spike protein of the coronavirus. Replicate कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए इसका नाम है नॉन रेप्लिकेटिंग वायरल वेक्टर वैक्सीन्स. पॉइंट क्लियर? तो ये जो ऑक्सफोर्ड जैब वैक्सीन है, ये नॉन रेप्लिकेटिंग वायरल वेक्टर वैक्सीन है, ठीक है. यानी कि साइंटिस्ट ने क्या किया है, स्पाइक प्रोटीन जो आप देखते हो ना कोरोना वायरस के अंदर, जिससे उसको क्राउन जैसा प्रतीत होता है, इसलिए इसको कोरोना नाम दिया गया है, ठीक है. तो ये जो स्पाइक प्रोटीन है बिल्कुल वैसा ही उसका रेप्लिका है, रिजेंबल करता है वैसा ही वायरस जो चिंपैंजीज में कॉमन कोल्ड कॉज करता है, उसको इंजेक्ट किया जाएगा ताकि आपका इम्यून सिस्टम सीख सके कि फाइट कैसे करना है, ठीक है, अटैक कैसे करना है. नाउ हाउ वाज द वैक्सीन बीइंग टेस्टेड कंस्ट्रक्टेड, ये जो वैक्सीन जिस पे टेस्ट हो रहा है इसको कंस्ट्रक्ट कैसे किया गया. नाउ ऑक्सफोर्ड जैब, द साइंटिफिक नेम इज CHADOX1 and nCoV-19. It uses the common cold virus, that is adenovirus. Underline this, this is very important for your prelims. It causes infections in the chimpanzees, and this adenovirus has been genetically altered, changed, so that it does not grow once injected. एक बार इंजेक्ट किया जाएगा बॉडी में तो ये ग्रो नहीं करेगा. द कंस्ट्रक्ट कैरीज द जेनेटिक मटीरियल ऑफ द नोवेल कोरोना वायरस दैट मेक्स द स्पाइक प्रोटीन, दैट इज वाई द नेम इज गिवन एज कोरोना. The spike protein is found on the surface of the virus and plays a crucial role. How? To bind the specific human receptors found on the cell surfaces. जैसे ही सेल्स में एंटर करता है, सेल के सरफेस पे जो ह्यूमन रिसेप्टर्स पाए जाते हैं उनको पकड़ लेता है इसका स्पाइक. ठीक है. By introducing genetic material of spike protein, the candidate vaccine will help the body recognize it and make antibodies against the spike protein. तो ये जो आपके अंदर वैक्सीन से इंजेक्ट किया जाएगा एडिनोवायरस, ये क्या करेगा कि ये आपकी बॉडी में जो जेनेटिक मटेरियल है ना उसको रिकग्नाइज कर लेगा. ठीक है. और एंटीबॉडीज तैयार करेगा. इससे कोरोना वायरस अगर आता भी है तो वो एंटीबॉडीज पहले से ही डेवलप्ड होंगी, तैयार होंगी अटैक करने के लिए. ठीक है. नाउ देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ वैक्सीन्स. फर्स्ट इज इनएक्टिवेटेड. So these are vaccines used by using particles of COVID-19 virus that were killed, making them unable to infect or replicate. तो जो कोविड-19 वायरस के पार्टिकल्स थे जो मर चुके हैं बॉडी में, ठीक है, उनको यूज़ किया जाता है. ठीक है. ताकि वो आगे फर्दर रेप्लिकेट, मल्टीप्लाई ना कर सकें या इन्फेक्ट ना कर सकें. इंजेक्टिंग पर्टिकुलर डोजेज ऑफ दीज पार्टिकल्स, ये जो डेड पार्टिकल्स है कोविड-19 वायरस के, ऑलरेडी किल्ड पार्टिकल्स है. ठीक है. दे सर्व एज टू बिल्ड इम्यूनिटी बाय हेल्पिंग द बॉडी क्रिएट एंटीबॉडीज अगेंस्ट द डेड वायरस. सेकेंड इज नॉन रेप्लिकेटिंग वायरल वेक्टर. It uses a weakened, that means kamzor, genetically modified version of different virus to carry the COVID-19 spike protein. Then protein subunit, this vaccine uses part of the virus to build an immune response in a targeted fashion. इसमें क्या होगा, जो वायरस का पार्ट है जिसको टारगेट किया गया है वो स्पाइक प्रोटीन होगा. Then RNA, such vaccines use the messenger RNA, that is mRNA molecules that tell cells what proteins has to be built to protect the body against the coronavirus. DNA, these vaccines use genetically engineered DNA molecules that again are coded with the antigen. Again your body they will be telling your body, letting your body know how to attack, where to attack, to on whom to attack. Now, has it been tested on animals? This is the second question. The adenovirus which was injected in the which is found in the chimpanzees also, this construct has been used by Oxford University to test safety for both the 2002 severe acute respiratory syndrome, that is SARS, and MERS. Safety of candidate vaccine was earlier tested on 6 macaque monkeys also. तो आपको ये prelims के लिए याद रखना है. This point is important for prelims. Okay. Now, before we move forward, here's a small announcement for all of you. A wonderful initiative by Unacademy. Your New Year resolution UPSC CSE for clearing 2021 or 22 or 23 examination. The pathway to crack UPSC CSE with India's best educators. So, Unacademy is launching new courses from 4th of January. New Year resolution UPSC CSE batches for all of you. नाउ आप सभी को पता है कि न्यू ईयर आने वाला है. कल से नया साल शुरू हो जाएगा और नए साल में बनते हैं नए रेजोल्यूशंस. तो ऐसे ही रेजोल्यूशन लेकर अनअकैडमी भी आया है कि वो आप लोगों की हेल्प करने वाला है आपके ड्रीम को सच्चाई में बदलने के लिए. राइट. अनअकैडमी इज डूइंग ऑल द एफर्ट्स, पुटिंग इन ऑल द हार्ड वर्क टू मेक योर ड्रीम अ रियलिटी बाय लॉन्चिंग दीज कोर्सेज. We have first the 6-month batch for UPSC CSE Prelims 2021, which is starting from 4th of Jan. Then we have complete 1-year GS batch course for UPSC CSE 2022. Again, it is starting on 4th of Jan. And then we have complete 2-year batch for 2023. Again, it is starting from 4th of Jan. And over here you can see we have also launched UPSC CSE GS plus optional combo. So either you can take GS plus optional on Unacademy Plus, or you can take Iconic Plus subscription for GS and optional subscription on Unacademy Plus, right? And you can use the code SHARMA20 to get direct 10% discount on your subscription. आप अपने सब्सक्रिप्शन पर डायरेक्टली 10% डिस्काउंट भी पा सकते हैं अगर आप कोड यूज करते हैं SHARMA20. The link is given below in the description box. Do subscribe, use this code SHARMA20 to get direct 10% discount. Coming on to the next news, 2020 likely to end on a cold note. This is relevant for GS paper 1 and prelims, GS paper 1 geography. Cold wave is declared when there is a significant drop in minimum or nighttime temperature. Here you have to understand what is cold wave. कोल्ड वेव क्या है? जब आपके नाइट टाइम के या मिनिमम टेम्परेचर में सिग्निफिकेंट बहुत ही भारी मात्रा में गिरावट आ जाती है, उसे हम कोल्ड वेव की सिचुएशन कहते हैं. Now, what is the reason behind this below normal drop in temperature? So, according to a statement issued by the WMO, it is explained by the climate pattern La Nina, which was developed this year on October 29, 2020. So, you have to study about La Nina and El Nino effects. Okay. Now, what is IMD? IMD was established in 1875. It's an agency of Ministry of Earth Science of Government of India, and it is the principal agency responsible for meteorological observations, weather forecasting and seismology. These points are very, very important for your preliminary examination. Coming on to the editorial on page number 6, separating the wheat from the agri-policy chaff. So over here, 2 questions have been raised in this particular editorial. इस एडिटोरियल में 2 तरीके के क्वेश्चंस रेज हुए हैं. नाउ वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड द फार्म लॉज विच गवर्नमेंट हैज पास्ड बिकॉज ऑफ विच द प्रोटेस्ट आर गोइंग ऑन नियर द दिल्ली बॉर्डर्स. हमने ऑलरेडी अपने पिछले सारी क्लासेस में डिस्कस किया है ये, तो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू रिपीट दैट. ओके, सो व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चंस विच हैव बीन आस्क्ड बाय द ऑथर ऑफ द एडिटोरियल बिस्वजीत सर. Questions have been often raised whether the government should be using taxpayers' money to provide subsidies to farming community in this country. Right, because there is a doubt and big question mark on the MSP, whether it is be provided, whether it's going to be provided or not. However, logically there are 2 further questions. First is, why have successive governments used the exchequer to provide farm subsidies? Why government is not taking the direct responsibility? Second question is, how large is India's spending on farm subsidies as compared to other countries? These 2 questions can be asked in GS paper 3 also and in your interview also. ये दोनों ही क्वेश्चंस आपके GS पेपर 3 और इंटरव्यू में पूछे जा सकते हैं, तो आपको ये दोनों क्वेश्चंस इस एडिटोरियल से ही मिलेंगे. ठीक है, द आंसर टू बोथ ऑफ दीज क्वेश्चंस यू विल बी गेटिंग फ्रॉम द एडिटोरियल ओनली. तो व्हाट क्वेश्चन कैन बी फ्रेम्ड इन GS पेपर 3? द क्वेश्चन कैन बी, हाउ लार्ज इज इंडियाज स्पेंडिंग ऑन फार्म सब्सिडीज एज कंपेयर टू दोज of other countries having substantial interest in agriculture? Substantiate means with proof and with statistics you have to answer this question. So some important words that have been used in the editorial are workforce involved. It should be obvious to any keen observer of Indian economy that our country's agriculture, it also supports the remaining rural workforce and it is living beyond its means. ये तो हम सभी जानते हैं कि हमारे जो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में वर्कफोर्स है उनके पास उतना पैसा नहीं है, उतनी उनके पास सब्सिडीज और हेल्प नहीं है जितना उनको रिक्वायरमेंट है. एग्रीकल्चरल शेयर ऑफ 1950 if we see, it was, the share in the country's GDP was 45%, but the share of workforce dependent on sector was close to 70%. Now agricultural share of 2020, 7 decades later, agriculture's share in GDP is below 16%. Now you can see the current status of agriculture sector. ठीक है, our country, you can say in our country almost 50% of country's workforce depends on agricultural sector, but its share in the GDP is below 16%. That is a very, very dreadful condition. The squeeze on the agricultural sector becomes even more evident from its terms of trade, that is vis-a-vis the non-agricultural sectors. Now right now the farmers are protesting because the corporate world has been entering the agricultural sector, depriving the farmers of their means, of their livelihood. Agriculture has been facing negative terms of trade since the period of 1980. And since the middle of 2000, farming communities have almost consistently faced negative terms of trade. जब हम कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर से या नॉन ट्रेडर से या मिडल मैन से कंपेयर करें तो वो लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट फार्मर्स का ले जाते हैं. ठीक है, जिससे क्या होता है, फार्मर्स के पास कुछ नहीं बचता. सो मिडल मैन, कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर्स, दे आर रूइनिंग द लाइवलीहुड, द सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फार्मर्स. Right, this is the current condition right now in our country. There is an erosion of farm income. Why? Because of lack of meaningful investment in the agriculture sector also. Moving ahead, आगे बढ़ते हैं. A quick comparison of the yields of the major crops in India with those of other countries confirms the dismal state of agriculture also. अगर हम देखें मेजर क्रॉप्स और वर्ल्ड वाइड कंपैरिजन करें एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर का, इफ वन रैंक्स कंट्रीज इन टर्म्स ऑफ देयर यील्ड्स इन व्हीट एंड राइस, इंडियाज 2 मेजर क्रॉप्स, कंट्रीज रैंक इज 45 and 59. इन 2019 हमारी कंट्री की जो रैंक थी ना, मेजर क्रॉप्स हैं वीट और राइस, वो थी 45 एंड 59. द रैंक इज नॉट वेरी अप्रिशिएबल. The above ranking would go down sharply if the areas recording high yields like Punjab and Haryana are excluded. So the market has always been the farmers' biggest adversary, making it impossible for them to realize the correct remuneration for their produce. जो वो प्रोड्यूस करते हैं उसका करेक्ट प्राइस भी उनको नहीं मिल रहा है, जिसकी वजह से उनकी कंडीशन इस वक्त डिप्रीवेशन में है, जिस वजह से वो इस वक्त पैनिक कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. And if we look at the magnitude of the failure, it can be better understood if one considers the fact that US with less than 2% of its workforce engaged in agriculture is performing better than us in terms of share in GDP. अगर हम farmers को US में compare करें, US has been enacting farm legislations every 4 years. While in India you can see if they are enacting the legislations, on that also they are not consulting with the farmers. Farmers in Europe, in a similar vein, members of European Common Market, they also adopted their Common Agricultural Policy in 1962, only a few years after establishing the institution. So the major drawback in India is that we are focusing on each and everything in the society, in the economy, except for agricultural sector. It is also said that government, India is likely to be, you can say there are accusations that it is taking the agricultural sector very lightly or for granted. Coming on to the next editorial, Before a New Dawn, Glimpses of a Trauma-Filled Year. So this is, you do not have to make notes in this editorial, it's just a comparison of 2020, 29 and 21, right? So here two terms are important for prelims. First is annus horribilis, that is a year of disaster or misfortune, and annus mirabilis, that is remarkable or auspicious year. ठीक है. सो जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस एडिटोरियल, डू नॉट मेक एनी नोट्स फ्रॉम इट, दिस इज जस्ट फॉर योर रीडिंग ऑफ गवर्नेंस, राइट. इन 2019, 2020 and 2021, what was the governance like and what could be the possibility of good governance in 2021. ठीक है. It is just a look of the year 2020, what all happened, okay, what was India's experience. Now the next news is government nod for missions in Estonia, Paraguay and Dominican Republic. So here the location is very important. This is related to GS paper 2. So government has announced that it would open 3 missions representations in Estonia, Paraguay and Dominican Republic in 2021. So it is going to strengthen our relationship with these 3 countries. इन तीनों territories के साथ हमारे relation, foreign relations को, external relations को improve करने के लिए ये decision लिया गया है. Now here you have to understand their location, map wise location आपको याद रखना है. Over here this is Estonia, this brown colored. So you have to remember for prelims that with which country it is sharing its land boundary, ठीक है, and with which sea it is sharing its land boundary. आपको ये याद रखना है कि कौन से ओशन के साथ, कौन से सी के साथ ये अपनी बाउंड्री शेयर कर रहे हैं और कौन से लैंड बाउंड्री शेयर हो रही है कंट्री के साथ. ठीक है. ओवर एयर लातविया एंड रशिया, यू कैन सी ओवर एयर बाल्टिक सी आप देख सकते हो. ठीक है. दे कैन आस्क यू अबाउट द लोकेशन ऑफ द कंट्री इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ द गल्फ ऑल्सो. ठीक है. लेक पेंसी ये भी याद रखना है आपको, लेक वर्ड्स ये भी याद रखना है. दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Then over here you can see the map wise position of Dominican Republic, Caribbean Sea, आसपास के ओशन और सी याद रखिएगा. एंड दिस इज योर लैटिन अमेरिका. यहाँ पर आप पैरागुआ देख सकते हो. दिस इज पैरागुआ इन लैटिन अमेरिका. अगेन यू हैव टू रिमेंबर द लोकेशन. ओके. Coming on to the next important news, Cabinet gives approval for Akash missile export. So what is this Akash missile? This ये आपको याद रखना है. This is surface to air anti-aircraft missile with a strike range of 25 km and capability to carry warhead of 60 kg. It can reach a height of 18 km, can be fired from both tracked and wheeled platforms. And the missile is guided by a phased array fire control radar which is known as Rajendra. This is very crucial information for prelims. इसके अंदर एक radar है जिसको हम राजेंद्र नाम दिया है हमने. It is also known as battery level radar. ठीक है. बिकॉज इसका जो ट्रैकिंग रेंज है ना वो 60 किलोमीटर का है, ये याद रखिएगा. कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल दैट यू हैव टू जस्ट स्टडी. इसका नोट बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसको स्टडी करना है. दैट CCEA, that is the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, has given permission for constructing 3 infrastructural projects. ठीक है. Now the 3 projects proposed by Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, they include construction of various trunk infrastructure components for the Krishnapatnam industrial area in Andhra Pradesh. तो ये आपको बस पॉइंट याद रखना है. You do not have to make notes about it. This is just for your common knowledge, common understanding. Coming on to the next important news, boost given for ethanol production. So what is ethanol? Ethanol is basically alcohol of 99% plus purity, which can be used for blending with petrol, and it is produced from molasses, which is a byproduct of sugar manufacture. Okay, what is benefits of ethanol blending? Reduction in import dependency, आपको यहीं से मिल जाता है, आपको बाहर से मंगाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Environmental friendly fuel है ये. It also provides additional income to farmers. It supports the agricultural sector also. And always remember for prelims that India is the third largest consumer of energy in world after China and the US. So Union Cabinet has approved the modified scheme for interest subvention for ethanol production, expanding the scheme to include grain based distilleries also. तो आपको ये पॉइंट एथेनॉल के बारे में, ये इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रीलिम्स के लिए याद रखनी है. यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन फॉर प्रीलिम्स. ओके, coming on to the next news that you have to study, British lawmakers approve post-Brexit trade deal with EU. So British lawmakers have approved historic free trade agreement with European Union. EU ने ब्रेक्सिट में जैसे ब्रिटिश ने ब्रेक्सिट से जैसे एग्जिट किया, ठीक है, तो इसी से क्या हुआ, इसके बाद उन्होंने एक अलग से सेपरेटली फ्री ट्रेड अग्रीमेंट FTA साइन किया यूयू के साथ. नाउ वी ऑल नो ब्रेक्सिट मीन्स ब्रिटेन एग्जिट, राइट. ब्रिटेन ने एग्जिट किया है, तो इससे क्या होगा EU से, तो अब अलग से एग्जिट करने के बाद उस कॉन्ग्लोमरेशन से उन्होंने अलग से इंडिपेंडेंटली, दे हैव इंडिपेंडेंटली साइंड अ FTA. ठीक है, दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया सभी को? Now last editorial article that you have to study is bring tourism sector into concurrent list. You do not have to make a note out of it. This is just for your understanding and reading. Okay, also do not forget to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, the new batches that are starting from 4th of January. I am also taking history batches and essay batches in this particular course. And also do not forget to use the code Sharma20 for getting 10% discount on your Unacademy Plus subscription. Start your new year with this new year resolution of cracking UPSC CSE. The link is given below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Happy New Year in advance.